Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, you out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Redskins. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Watch his flat, watch his flat. Watch his flat, watch his flat. Check 50, check 50. Kill. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to Mixon on first down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
I'm here all day. Check. He's coming. We got double up. Spot. Hey. No.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hands up. BAT. Get in the weight room.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
60 Pittsburgh.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What? Did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hands up, lead. Right there, 55. You're trapped, you're trapped. Motion, motion, motion. 55, my guy, 55. Here you go, Cam. Hey, Steve 6. Heads up.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to script.
Rudolph loses the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, Sam off.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rudolph. Moncrief brings it in. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
His pass complete to Dante Moncrief. It's a gain of 15 yards.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Take the edge. Come. Shoot.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Being chased out left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. 368. Quick. Hey, we got a seal. 93, 52, 93, 44.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Slam. Nice. Mike 9. Hey, Haywood. Hey, we got. Hey, go 368. Check hot route. Hot.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You got nothing.
Here's Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 55. Hey, Charlie. Get him. Check 55 to Mike. Regular. Oh, you get on the headache.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Here I come. 52's the mark, boys. 52. Go.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
57's the mark.
On first down, Rudolph. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Rock it, rock it. Alert, showing it. What?
To try again after the sack. Rudolph. Snead's got it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Echo.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hopkins with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
At their 49-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
First carry for Giovanni Bernard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion. or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Rudolph from his goal line here. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards on the play, first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. On 1st and 10, Rudolph. He uncorks it for Snead. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Hey, Delta. 52, 52. I'm coming. Shoot.
Play action. It's Rudolph. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Hey, leave. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want heavy. 25, check 25.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ready? Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. 93, 52, 93, 44, 46.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Second down at the 25-yard line.
Heads up. Lead. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike, 55. Check the head.
Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's third down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as Set sails over the inline. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the air.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Here's Rudolph. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Hard.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
Silver. Switch.
They'll run on first down. Nixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All day, baby, all day. Check 9. Check 43. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Slam. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Again, it's Mixon. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 33.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 24. Check nickel. Save. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Watch the twist. Shit. Back.
On third down, Bernard. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first.
Hands up. Lee. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey. Come on.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football. Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Check. Kill.
To throw again. Dalton flushed out right. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Regular. Hey, Foxtrot. Let's go, D. Mike 9. Bang out. I know he ain't got it. Hold the loop.
On third down, Dalton. And he's going to be now Brown. Oh, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first? This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
16-yard line.
Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Right back to Connor here on first. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Miller. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Mike, check, 59.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
15 line. 15 line. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Check.
3rd and long. It's Rudolph. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Hey!
52's the mic, boys. 52.
X3, 218, chopper.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Coming. Get it.
Now it's Rudolph. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Carl Lawson in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Move. 3 down, 3 down.
Deep grip, deep grip.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
No. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Heavy. That's all.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Throwing on second down. Dalton under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Regular. Kill. Here you go, 368. Hands up.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 3 points separating these two sides. With 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rudolph, complete. Richardson has it. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Slam. 2-jet bombers. 2-jet bombers.
Rudolph now to throw. And that will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Watch the pass.
Ready to go.
They'll run for it with Connor. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Look, squeeze. Hey, exit. Now.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards. Well, I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Ready?
Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of
under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
pull it high. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Regular.
Hatchet. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
All right, here's Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Don't change that dial. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, dude.
Hey, we got a seal. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
It's do or die for Dalton. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Washington, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the defeat is their first